Hey there, everybody. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get back into video blogging because not only was it something I used to do back before I had children, and it was extremely cathartic and I loved it, but also I feel like I look back at these videos. It's very selfish, I know. But I remember where I was, and I remember what I looked like and what I was thinking, and kind of seeing those parts of myself is really fun. It's like going back and reading a journal or old birthday cards if you do that sort of thing. But for those of you who used to join me on my web blogs, you probably will hear the background noise of my children now. I've got my two young kids that, as you can hear, make it impossible to do much of anything. So when I'm doing psychic readings, when I'm doing my dissertation research, when I'm doing client readings, and people wonder why I prefer to do email correspondence, it's because you can't escape the toddler world. They're just always going a mile a minute. So anyway, some things that I wanted to mention in a really quick episode. This is 2016. Just got my gallbladder out, which was my first surgery ever. That's kind of fun. If you want to learn more about that experience, you can go on my Tumblr, is where I keep my blog. But this is kind of the year that's going to be interesting, going into the doctorate program, just doing things. It's kind of my bucket list year. You know, try out for Jeopardy. Why not? Write a second book. Why not? Travel more of the world, even though I have kids. Sure, why not? And it's just kind of, I'm learning. I'm somebody that's pretty high strung. I have a lot of anxiety, perfectionism, kind of that Virgo part of myself. And I'm learning to not care as much. Children help you do that. You know, I used to organize and clean their room at the top of every hour in case somebody walked through the door, which would never happen, but you know, that kind of Southern Belle mentality that the house should always be clean, just in case. But now I just clean their room once a day. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to scale it back a little bit. But still kind of doing the jack of all trades thing. I struggle with focus. So that's what these video blogs help me do. Is they help me focus. They kind of help me talk it out and slow down a little bit. So yeah. So just some of the things I'm looking forward to this year. I'm really excited to go to the Troy Taylor event in June. It's in Alton, Illinois. Said to be one of the most haunted cities in the nation, which of course I struggle with that, because how can something be the most haunted when we don't really objectively measure haunted? But I would say Ashton, Kansas is pretty haunted. I would say Gettysburg is pretty haunted, just from my personal experiences. But I've never actually stayed in Alton. I've always kind of just driven through on my way, escaping East St. Louis and going up to I think Mansfield, Ohio is where I was headed that last time. But that's going to be in June. And if you're not a Troy Taylor fan, I hope he doesn't see this secretly, because I used to go to his events when I was a teenager. He used to do these tours of haunted locations. And I would go and I would do this because he was an author. He's published like 5 million books. And he does paranormal stuff, but he also does true crime. So the forensic psychologist in me, always wanting to be an FBI profiler and kind of gravitating towards those genres, has always really held him at a high standard. And he's never invited me to one of his events before. He's kind of an upper echelon of events. It's not just anybody who's been on a show or anybody who's had their toe on camera or anybody who's done a My Ghost Story or something like that. Troy Taylor's events are different. In that they're more educational, which I love. They're more about debating and talking and being with like-minded people, and I'm just really excited to go, and I was really honored to be asked to be a part of that. I'm going to be lecturing on the psychology of paranormal phenomenon and how it's been a common theme through many civilizations and cultures, and what that means, and what it means for today's society that's mostly socially media technology kind of oriented. Sorry, I'm watching my children down here in this lower corner. They're doing what I usually tell them not to do. And they're smart because they know that I'm recording right now and they don't think I'll yell at them. Wrong! Stop it. Put the couch cushions back where they go, please. Please. I'm asking you nicely. Put the couch cushions back where they go. Stella and James. We're going to have issues today. But before that event, I'll be in Kansas City for a wedding and for some private photo shoots. Then I'm going to be back in Minnesota at a Masonic Temple Lodge where normally women wouldn't be allowed, but you know, this will be my second Masonic Lodge. Back when I did Eastern Star stuff, and then when I moved to Minnesota, Mr. Potter helped do an investigation of a really cool Masonic Lodge, and now the Paradigm Symposium with Scotty Roberts and his like-minded people will be doing a really fun conference there. It's more ufology, architecture, physics type related things. And I'll be talking about forensic psychology there, which should be exciting. Then I'll be in Colorado for an APA convention and doing some other traveling around. But it's likely that I will see you this year if you're watching this. Just let me know where you're at, what events are near you, and usually I just mosey my way there. Yeah, that's really about it. I just kind of wanted to jump on here and say, welcome back, Sarah. Welcome back. I've kind of hesitated to do my video blogs because I know my children are screaming, and I know that it's chaotic. But then I thought, you know, that's real life. And I'm not a video editing guru by any means. And usually I don't have makeup on, so I kind of hesitate to publish anything on the internet that's out there forever. But I need to get back to it because it's important for me. I really enjoy it. It helps me keep track of my thoughts and my mind, and I like the interaction with you guys. I always get really cool ideas and project ideas and creative ideas, and I miss that. So that's part of why I'm doing this. And if you're an artist, if you're somebody who likes to collaborate with the music, I do a lot more music now since my beautiful husband is a musician working in our home studio right behind me. So if you're wanting to contribute or collaborate, you can definitely check out my music there, his music. And we do a lot of stuff on Hit Record. I love that site. If you're not on Hit Record, shame on you. The shame. Shame on you. Go to Hit Record. It's really fun. It gives you that motivation and stuff too for your creative outlets. But anyway, I'm off to do taxes today. It's January. It's tax time. I know some of you were thinking Valentine's Day. I'm thinking taxes. So I'm going to be doing some work there, but I am home. Usually always am. So if you have questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, criticism, feedback, anything, just send it my way. And you can learn more at sarahsoderlund.com.